yesterday while I was waiting for my mom to get her hair cut because, as you can tell, and you probably saw in the package opening yesterday, I also got my hair cut. We got them basically because it's warm around here. It's been getting warm and everything, and of course, I've been sweating a little bit, but also because my great niece's birthday is tomorrow. So we want to look nice when we go to it and, meet up with family and friends we haven't seen in a while because of, the whole COVID situation. Um, But yeah, I just wanted to come on here, give you guys a bit of a minor channel update as to what's planned within the next 10 days because basically within the next 10 days, from here to here, um, we start getting back to semi normal. Not yet, but close. And that was just a notification on my phone if you heard a vibration or felt a vibration or something. But yeah, as of today, we are 13. I mean, not 13. We are basically 10 days away from going, back to semi-normalcy. I will say this, as I've said before. I've been kind of surprised by the fact that, I've been able to, do videos as much as I have during the summer break. And again, it's all about taking opportunities. My mom will either be watching the Giants game, the Giants baseball game, or she'll be spending time with my third oldest nephew, who would spend a couple of days here during the summer break, or she'd be, out here, you watering, her plants and all that. I'll be out in the front doing that, out in that direction. She'd be out doing that, or she'd be listening to, her devices like the Alexa and or the Mini, if you will. She'll be listening to that, mostly the music, old school music like, 50s, 60s, 70s, early 80s, Beatles, Lauren Daigle, stuff like, well, Lauren Daigle isn't that old, but you kind of get the idea, Christian music. She'd be doing that kind of stuff, or watching a movie because she wants to try to watch as many movies as she can. Like yesterday, she was trying to finish up Homestead, and then of course, she was trying to watch some other stuff as well. And she's got one more week to pretty much do that in after tomorrow. She'll have one more week to do that in, and then she's got to go back on Monday. Now, I'm not entirely sure exactly what time she has to be at work. I mean, I would assume that when you look at this time right here, 8:07 a.m. Pacific, you know, 8:07 a.m. Well, actually, it's now, you know, 8:08 a.m. Pacific on this Friday. You would think that that'd be the time logically she'd be at work, but anytime they go back to work, the initial first day isn't like, you know, right off the bat, 8 o'clock in the morning, 8:30 or whenever they're originally scheduled during the school season. It's usually something different. Like I can assume that the 8 o'clock clock in window is when they have to be there on Monday, but then possibly as the next couple of weeks go by, they're probably going to be told not to show up until 8:30 or even 9 because of you know kids. They don't have the kids yet, and they are going to be using most of the time to retrain and stuff, and get things situated, get things ready, and all that. And they've had basically quite the journey, especially towards the end of last year, not just because of COVID and the limitation they put on them and having students, but also the fact that basically they had a situation in the school which no school, preschool, high school, whatever, should have. When it comes to someone they thought they could trust to be around kids, if you know what I mean. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Thankfully, that was taken care of in San Francisco because that's where the person transferred to, I guess, to be closer to family, but I guess to also try to avoid any activity, suspicious activity that might, lead eventually the FBI to him, which they did in San Francisco. But again, but you kind of get what I'm getting at there, and I don't want to say any more than that. Um, but anyway, yeah. So, they're gonna have, like I said, a lot of training and additional training because of that. They got a lot of things to, additional, stuff to look forward to as they get ready for the school year. I know my mom's not looking forward to the drive because she's got to go from here to Livermore, and now that everybody's going back to work and everything, trying to get back to a semi-normalcy of life. Basically, I would say 75% capacity. That the traffic, especially going back to work during the fall or the late summer going into fall, is going to be a lot harder than it was previously. But as far as the channel goes, like I said, in 10 days, we'll kind of get back to that similar normalcy. In 10 days, we'll probably be doing another live stream like this. This live stream here is is being done early because of opportunity. My mom's still asleep and everything. I mean, she just briefly got up because the cooler went off, went on, and I think she thought she turned it off, but it went on because it got warm. But anyway, this is just a live stream, like I've said before, where it's about opportunities. And that's the one thing, like I said before, it kind of surprised me about the videos I've been able to do in some of the live streams. Not the on camera ones like this one, but the ones like with my tier maker, or I just do a discussion video like on Sonic or Masters of the Universe, whatnot. It's been, really amazing that I've been able to get those out because of opportunities and everything presented to me, like the ones I mentioned earlier. These are my mom's watching a movie, listening to music, watching the Giants game, spending time with my third oldest nephew, or even going out shopping with my sisters, stuff like that. You know, it's been really amazing that I've been able to get those kind of opportunities. And I've financially benefited from that because I got a good um, a deposit, not a big deposit, but a decent sized deposit last month because of June, if you will. That kicked in a little bit. And now I'm going to get another one this month because July, like, you know, November and December kind of helped improve on that a lot more, especially with the validity of videos I've been putting out. Um, but yeah, like I said, it's been really amazing. I've been able to do all that, and this is actually the first on-screen live stream I've been able to do in a while. Since my mom went on break, and that's hopefully what we'll get back into on the 23rd. I haven't done a Topics on My Mind live stream or just a vlog live stream on camera, in a while. So I'll be glad to get back to that real soon within the next 10 days. The other thing in the next 10 days is, of course, I plan to do a major DVD, Blu ray, 4K, Ultra HD update. And mainly what those are, if you pay attention to or subscribe and watch somebody like Sean McLean, aka Zara Nice Rack of the Multimedia Chronicles, once in a while he'll do a couple of, he'll do a couple of videos every once in a while, like maybe once every week or twice a week, where he'll give an update on, his recent purchases of movies on Blu-ray and DVD that he hadn't had the opportunity to just sit down and let people know that he got, like maybe within the week he got them and all that. He usually just saves up what he got in the past, in the past a couple of weeks and months prior to that video that he would do. He just saves those up and then he just brings them all together. And he at times he'll categorize them and just say, here's what I got as far as the comic book stuff goes, or here's what I got as far as the comedies and dramas and the musicals go, things like that. So for me, as I just checked something there, for me, I'll be doing something like that, not in a categorized way, but basically just gathering what I bought all together throughout this time and showing what I got. Now, some of those might be repeats and everything, but again, this is just something that It's been building up for a while because of the fact that, again, it's the summer break, and you just got to take advantage of the opportunities that you get. You know what I mean? And the 23rd is going to be a major opportunity because that's a return to semi-normalcy, if you know what I mean. And I'm sure again you guys want, and I'm sure once again when I talk about return to semi-normalcy, you're probably wondering, well, what do I mean by semi-normal? Well, just like when my mom gets close to, the summer break, if you will, just like that, sometimes the schedule's a little different. Like, on her last day or so, she and her teachers might be let out early. Or if the kids are let out early throughout that final week, then the teachers might be let out early. You know, one can never say. The same can be said similarly for when they, go back to work. Like the first day, obviously they got to be there at the regular time, but getting off will be totally up in the air because usually it's 4 o'clock, 4:30, or even 5, and instead it could be something like 3:30 or 4, or 3 o'clock period. So we don't know. Could be like just like a short 5 hour, 6 hour day, if you know what I mean, and then they'll just head home, and that's about it. Um, and then of course, like I said earlier, the rest of the week could comprise of the rest of not just the inaugural week back, but the rest of the weeks going into the start of the school year could be up in the air as well because sometimes they could have to, as I said, be told to go in at 8:30, be told to go in at 9, even maybe get told to go in at 10. They could be told basically that they're going to get off at 3:30, 2:30. I mean, the schedule is kind of wonky a little bit, like I said, kind of up in the air. Just like when they get ready to go on break, the summer break, the return schedule is kind of very similar. So I'm not really sure at times. All I know is that if I don't, all I know is that she'll call me during her first break. She'll call me during lunch. She gets her last break. She'll call me then too, and then she'll probably call me to let me know she's home, or she's coming home, or she's heading home. And if she doesn't call me, and I'll say this, and it's early, so I do apologize. I'm a little tired. But if she doesn't call me, before 4:30 or 4, then I know she's doing a regular day. But if she calls me, like, let's say at 3 or 3:30 and says they let us out early because it's like the first day or it's the first week and stuff like that, then I'll know. Then, I'll be ready for that, and everything. So, yeah, it's just one of those situations that, even though we're getting back to semi-normalcy, the semi-normal part basically is about, how unpredictable the schedule for her, work schedule wise, is going to be. Like I know it's going to be pretty much established, or pretty much. Well, I wouldn't say pretty. What I'm trying to say is that what I'm trying to say, and again, it's certainly I do apologize. Um, well, like I said, is I know that I'll get pretty much a good idea of what it's going to be on the 23rd. But afterwards, because it's like the first few weeks back, it'll be up in the air. The going in, the getting out, stuff like that. So we'll just have to play it by ear. But most of the time when she's off, not off, but most of the time she's working, I will have the place to myself. Now, I will say this: this is not, this is not going. I will say this. I'll put it this way: me having the place to myself isn't going to be a permanent thing. There's no doubt about that because I do plan to go back to work. Whether I find a way to go back to the Walmart over here, whether I find a way to work at the Target in Turlock, whether I find a way to work at the Knob Hill here in Newman, you know, or the Rite Aid here in Newman, it all depends. But the fact of the matter is this is not a permanent deal. Yes, I am getting money kicked back to me from YouTube, and that's great. But it's not enough all the time. It's just, enough to get me by. I mean, right now I'm using that to build up my Wells Fargo as best as I can. Like I'm sure a lot of people are, doing the same with their bank accounts. But the fact of the matter is this is not a permanent thing. So when that change does occur, I'm going to let you guys know. Right now, I'm just taking I guess you could say, a well-needed break mentally, from retail and all that, because of the fact that things are just going crazy. Things are just whacked out at times, if you know what I mean. Um, but besides that, like I said, the plans basically for the 23rd, starting the 23rd, is to do an on-screen live stream vlog or topics on my mind deal or whatever the case may be. The other plan, as well, like I said, is to do a DVD, Blu-ray, 4K, Ultra HD update, because of the fact that I have new movies in here as well as in the living room that I have to gather up together and do an update on. As well as I also plan to do something else as well. I'm thinking about this, and I'm gonna probably have to type this up a little bit, kind of give myself a little bit of an idea of what I want to do, and that is a steelbook video. And what I mean by steelbook is, with the steelbooks out there being one of the more prominent, um, brands, if you will, of buying movies. Well, I wouldn't say brands, but ways, alternate ways of buying movies, if you will, with steelbooks being that kind of like alternate way of purchasing a physical movie. Um, I'm probably going to do a steelbook DVD collection video. What basically mean, and that basically means that yes, along with the update video, you'll probably see, the same movies from the update video and the steelbook video, because I bought the steelbook version, so you'll probably see those, which is going to be pretty cool when I get to it. Um, Besides that, not really much after that is planned. Um, I know that I do have package openings I'm still going to be doing. Like, I have one that's going to happen today. It's the third package from Frank Hill. It's Frank, so I'll look forward to that when it happens. Um, and when I record it and then I upload it, look forward to that, I should say. But then I also have other packages I want to get. One of the things I do want to do, because I've been wanting to do this for a while, I just haven't had the opportunity, is get a music stand. And the reason I want to get a music stand is because I've seen what Sean has done, and what Sean does of the Multimedia Chronicles. When he does an update video, like I said, whether it's DVD, whether it's, well, basically when he does an update video period, or a package opening video, or even, let's say, an update video on, what new comics or graphic novels he got, he would use his music stand to put the items on there so that you could see them while he's talking about them. After he shows them and everything, you can see them. And that's what I want to try to do. I want to try to get a music stand to do the same thing down the line. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with that. But that's one of the major plans I want to do. One of the major plans. But yeah, what is, like I said, we're 10 days away from, like I said, we're 10 days away from getting back to semi-normal. And again, the semi-normal basically isn't a true return to normal. That won't be until basically, if I can look this up, that won't be until the 7th of September. But what I'm trying to say is, basically the semi-normal, like I mentioned, is just, because of the unpredictability of my mom's, return to work schedule, like the pre-student, schedule that she's going to have along with her fellow teachers. So we're going to have to just play by ear. I mean, here's the thing. It's not going to affect doing videos or anything. It's just that when she lets me know, hey, I'm going to be heading back, like let's say she calls me at 3 and says, hey, let us out early, I'm going to head home. Then that gives me basically between 3 and 4 to work on something. Maybe even 4:30 at the latest if she decides to stop somewhere and get, like let's say, some food. Like, she stops at KFC, or she stops at, McDonald's or something like that. It'll still give me time, to do things. Or if she decides to stop at the grocery store, it'll still give me time to do things. But yeah, that's kind of what the semi-normalcy is, as well as like when she has to go into work. Like I know, unless they tell her in a letter this upcoming week, hey, to come in at a certain time on Monday, I know that 8 o'clock or 8:30, between 8 and 8:30 is the time she has to be there. So, which is the 23rd. But yeah, I guess that plan. I'm still trying to plan on doing another PMV or AMV in the future. I'm getting close to doing it real soon. It just takes time. I know that either way it's going to get copyrighted, but still be viewable, hopefully, due to the fact that, you know, like I've said in other videos, even though we feel it's fair use, we're not the ones that originally make the content that we're using to make that video. So I'll try to get something like that out soon. But overall, though, besides that, not really much else planned until we get a better idea of what's going to happen. Again, like I said, I'm kind of surprised I've been able to do the videos I've been able to do throughout this week break. Because of the opportunities, like I said, that I take because of my mom watching movies, listening to music, or watching the Giants game, or spending time with my third oldest nephew. Either it's that, or she's on the phone, or she's doing gardening, or whatever. I'm kind of surprised that I've been able to take the opportunities when I could. Just like this is just like I'm doing here, because this is the first on-screen video, on-screen live stream video I've done in a while. Now, some of the other videos, of course, that you've noticed that I have done, like I said, you know, doing one of the update videos to let you know what I was hoping to do or planning to do during the summer break. Some of the videos I have indeed done early in the morning and late at night. Like this is a video that's kind of an example of that. This is early in the morning. This is, right now it's 8:26. We're, 21 minutes and 39 seconds into this, so that's kind of an example of what I'm talking about. But yeah, again, you know, like I said, I've been kind of surprised by that, and hopefully the momentum can keep going over the next couple of weeks, especially when things get back to semi-normal. But let me know what your guys' thoughts are down below, as well as hopefully in the live chat during this live stream. If any of you have live chatted, let me know what your thoughts are. Comment if you like. Again, besides what I've just talked about, not really much planned and at all. We do have a package opening coming today. I do have hopefully package. I want to do a package opening hopefully the week she goes back, so I can at least have that music stand and do stuff with that. We'll see what happens. But but besides all that, not really much else planned. Uh, of course, like I said, I got to do the birthday party tomorrow, and I don't know if I'll be able to show footage from that, but we'll see. I'm kind of learning the YouTube editor, if you will, because there was the going to and coming back from Monterey video I did, and I kind of had to blur out, my mom's face, if you know what I mean, because of reasons. So I don't know if I do record that, if I'm gonna have to blur out a lot of people's faces and all that for reasons. I don't know. But we'll see what happens. If not, if I don't do anything there, I might do a vlog or something, and we'll just go from there. But anyway, just thought I'd come on here, let you know what's happening. Wanted to originally do this yesterday, like I said, while I was waiting for my mom to get out of her out of her haircut appointment, like which was after mine. But what are you gonna do? And the connection around Save Mart and Mountain Mike's and Supercuts and Patterson's not the best, if you know what I mean. But anyway, though, guys, just thought I'd come on here, let you know what's happening. Comment down below, like the live stream, the video, if you will. Thank you all for joining me this early in the morning. Really appreciate it. And again, really appreciate the support and everything. And that's all I'm going to say, guys. I'm sorry if I stumbled around my words. Like I said, it's early, and everything. It's almost 8:30 in the morning on this TGIF Friday the 13th. Can you believe that? Here in August 2021. So, again, thank you all for joining me. Really appreciate it. Like I said, like the video, the live stream, if you will. Comment down below. Let me know how you feel about what I've had to say here and everything. And, that's about it. So, till next time, guys. Again, I do have a package opening scheduled for later today. I already had a video upload on Premiere earlier this morning, about an hour ago, which was basically a video video screen capture of something that I typed up and put on the DeviantArt. Hope you guys enjoyed that. If not, check that out and like that video. I really appreciate it. More likes gets more views, of course, equals more financial success, if you know what I mean. So yeah, again, thank you all for joining me. Again, check out the previous video before this. You know, I think you might find that intriguing. And again, there will be a package opening coming later on today as well, courtesy of Frank Hill. So till next time, guys, take care. God bless. And I'm out. You all have a good day.